Welcome to the Secret Rose Theater. This production of Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman will be performed with one 15-minute intermission. Please notice your emergency exits to your left and right, and please turn off all electronic devices during the performance. Thanks so much and enjoy the show.
I came back.
Why? What happened? Did something happen, Willie?
No, nothing happened.
You didn't smash the car, did you?
I said nothing happened, didn't you hear me?
Well, don't you feel well?
Yeah, I'm tired of the death. I couldn't make it. I just couldn't make it, Linda.
Where were you all day? You look terrible.
I got as far as a little above Yonkers, stopped for a cup of coffee. Maybe it was a coffee.
What?
Yeah, suddenly I couldn't drive anymore. The car kept going off on the shoulder, you know?
Oh, maybe it's the steering again. I don't think Angela knows the Studebaker.
Oh, it's me. It's me. All of a sudden I'm going 60 miles an hour and I don't remember driving the last 5 minutes. I can't seem to keep my mind to it.
Maybe it's your glasses. You never went for your new glasses.
No, I see everything. Came back 10 miles an hour. It took me nearly 4 hours from Yonkers.
Well, you're just going to have to take a rest, Willie. You can't continue this way.
I just got back from Florida.
But you didn't rest your mind, and your mind is overactive, and it's the mind that counts, dear.
I'll start out in the morning. Maybe I'll feel better in the morning. This goddamn eye support's killing me.
Take an aspirin. Should I get you an aspirin
No,
or should you?
Driving along, you understand? And I was fine. I was even observing the scenery. You can imagine me looking at the scenery on the road every week of life. But it's so beautiful up there. The trees are so thick, the sun is warm. I opened the windshield and just let the warm air bathe all over me. All of a sudden, I'm going off the road. I'm telling you, I absolutely forgot I was driving. If I'd have gone the other way over the white line, I might have killed somebody. I started up again, and 5 minutes later, I'm dreaming again. I have such thoughts. I have such strange thoughts.
Willie, dear, why don't you talk to them again and tell them you've simply got to work in New York?
They don't need me in New York. I'm in New England, man. I'm vital in New England.
But you're 60 years old. They can't expect you to keep traveling every week.
I have to send a wire to Portland. I'm supposed to see Brown and Morrison tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock to show the line. God damn it, I could sell them.
Why don't you go down to the place tomorrow, tell Howard you simply got to work in New York. You're too accommodating, dear.
If old man Wagner was alive, I'd be in charge in New York by now. That Frank was a prince. He was a masterful man. That boy of his, that Howard, you don't appreciate. When I went north the first time, the Wagner Company didn't know where New England was.
Why don't you tell those things to Howard, dear?
I will. I definitely will. Is there any cheese in the house?
I'll make you a sandwich.
Oh, no, you go to sleep. I'll take some milk. I'll be right up. The boys in?
They're sleeping. Happy to have been up on a date tonight.
Is that so?
It was so nice to see them shaving together, one behind the other in the bathroom and going out together. You notice? The whole house smells of shaving lotion.
You figure it out. You work a lifetime to pay off a house. You own it, and there's nobody to live in it.
Well, dear, life is a casting off. It's always that way.
No, some people accomplish something. And did Biff say anything after I went this morning?
You shouldn't have criticized him, Willie, especially after you just got off the train. You mustn't lose your temper with him.
When did I lose my temper? I simply asked if he was making any money. Is that a criticism?
Dear, how could he make any money?
There's such an undercurrent to him. He became a movie man. Did he apologize when I left this morning?
He was crestfallen, Willie. You know how he admires you. I think if he finds himself, then you'll both be happier and not fight anymore.
How can he find himself on a farm? Is that a life a farmhand? In the beginning, when he was young, I thought, yeah, it's good for a young man to tramp around, try a lot of different jobs. But it's been more than 10 years now. He's had to make $35 a week.
He's finding himself, Willie.
Not finding yourself at the age of 34 is a disgrace. Trouble is, he's lazy, goddammit.
Willie, please.
Biff is a lazy bum.
They're sleeping. Get something to eat. Go on down.
Why did he come back home? I would like to know what brought him home.
I don't know. I think he's still lost, Willie. I think he's very lost.
Biff Loman is lost in the greatest country in the world? A young man with such personal attractiveness gets lost? And such a hard worker. That's one thing about Biff. He's not lazy.
Never.
I'll see him in the morning. I'll have a nice talk with him in the morning. Get him a job selling. My God, he could be big in no time. Remember the way they used to follow him around in high school? You'd smile at one of them, their faces lit up. When he walked down the street.
Willie, dear, I got a new kind of American-type cheese today. It's whipped.
Why do you get American when I like Swiss?
I just thought you'd like a change.
I don't want to change. I want Swiss cheese. Why am I always being contradicted?
I thought it would be a surprise.
I don't you open a window in here, for God's sake.
They're all open here.
The way they boxed us in here, bricks and windows and bricks.
Should have bought the land next door.
The street is lined with cars. There's not a breath of fresh air in the neighborhood. Grass don't grow anymore. I can't raise a carrot in the backyard. Should have a law against apartment buildings. Remember those two beautiful elm trees when Biff and I hung the swing between them?
Yeah, like being a million miles from the city.
They should have arrested that builder for cutting them down. They massacred the neighborhood. More and more I think about those days, Linda. This time of year was lilac and wisteria, and the peonies and the daffodils would come out. What fragrance in this room.
Well, after all, people had to move somewhere.
There's more people now.
I don't think there's more people.
There's more people. That's what's ruining this country. Population is getting out of control. The competition is maddening. Smell the stink from that apartment house and another one on the other side. How can they whip cheese?
Go down and try it and be quiet.
You're not worried about me, are you, sweetheart?
You've got too much on the ball for me to worry about.
You are my foundation and support, Linda.
Just try to relax, dear. You make mountains out of molehills.
I won't fight with him anymore. If he wants to go back to Texas, let him go.
He'll find his way.
Sure. Certain men just don't get started till later in life, like Thomas Edison, I think, or B.F. Goodrich. One of them was deaf. I'll put my money on Biff.
It's Biff, I think Pop is back.
And Willie, if it's warm Sunday, we'll drive in the country and we'll open the windshield and take lunch.
Well, you can't. The windshields don't open on the new cars.
But you opened it today.
Isn't that peculiar? Isn't that a remarkable thing?
What, darling?
Well, isn't that the most remarkable thing?
What, dear?
I was thinking of that Chevy. 1928, when we had that red Chevy. I could have sworn I was driving that Chevy today.
Well, that's nothing. Something must have reminded you.
Oh, remember those days? The way Biff used to agonize that car. The dealer refused to believe there was 80,000 miles on it. Oh, close your eyes, I'll be right out.
Jesus, maybe he smashed up the car again.
Be careful on the stairs, dear. The cheese is on the middle shelf.
He's gonna get his license taken away if he keeps that up. I'm getting nervous about him, you know, Biff?
His eyes are gone.
No, I've driven with him. He sees all right. He just doesn't keep his mind on it. I drove into the city with him last week. He stops at a green light, and then it turns red and he goes,
Maybe he's colorblind.
"Pop? He's got the finest eye for color in the business. You know that.
I'm going to sleep.
You're not still sour on Dad, are you, Biff?"
He's alright, I guess.
Yes, sir, 80,000 miles, 82,000.
Smoking?
You want one?
I can never sleep when I smell it.
Oh, what a Simonizing job, eh?
Funny, Biff, you know? Oh, asleep in here again. The old beds. All that talk that went on between those two beds. Our whole lives.
Yeah, a lot of dreams and plans.
About 500 women would like to know what was said in this room.
Oh, remember that big Betsy something? What the hell was her name? Over on Bushwick Avenue?
With the collie dog!
That's the one. I got you in there, remember?
Yeah, that was my first time, I think. Boy, there was a pig. Ooh. You taught me everything I know about women. Don't forget that.
I bet you forgot how bashful you used to be, especially with the girls.
Oh, I still am, Biff.
Go on.
I just control it, that's all. I think I got less bashful and you got more so. What happened, Biff? Where's the old humor, the old confidence? What's the matter?
Why does Dad mock me all the time?
He's not
Everything
mocking.
I said is a twist of mockery on his face. I can't get near him.
He just wants you to make good, that's all. I've been wanting to talk to you about Dad for a long time now, Biff. Something's happening to him. He talks to himself.
I noticed that this morning. He always mumbled.
Yeah, but not so noticeable. That's so embarrassing. I sent him to Florida, and you know something? Most of the time he's talking to you.
What's he say about me?
I can't make it out.
What's he say about me?
I think the fact that you're not settled, you're still kind of up in the air.
There's one or two other things that press him, man.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Just don't lay it all to me.
But I think if you just got started, I mean, is there a future for you out there?
I'll tell you that. I don't know what the future is. You know, I don't know what I'm supposed to want.
What do you mean?
Well, I spent 6 or 7 years out of high school trying to work myself up. Shipping clerk, salesman, you know, business of one kind or another. And it's a measly matter of existence. But to get on that subway in the hot mornings in the summer and to devote your whole life to keeping stock, making phone calls, you know, selling, buying, to suffer 50 weeks out of the year for the sake of a 2-week vacation when all you really desire is to be outdoors with your shirt off. And to always have to get ahead of the next fella. And still, that's how you build a future.
You really enjoy it on a farm? I mean, are you content out there?
I've had 20 or 30 different kinds of jobs that left home before the war, and they've always turned out the same. I just realized it lately. In Nebraska, when I herded cattle, in the Dakotas, in Arizona, now in Texas. That's why I came home now, I guess, because I realized it. See this farm I work on? It's spring there now, see? And they got about 15 new colts. And there's nothing more inspiring or beautiful than the sight of a mare and a new colt. And it's cool there now. See, Texas is spring and it's cool. And whenever spring comes to where I am, I just suddenly get the feeling like, my God, I'm not getting anywhere. But what the hell am I doing playing around with horses $28 a week? Now I'm 34 years old, I'll be making my future. That's when I come running home. And now I get here, and I don't know what to do with myself. You know, I've always made a point of not wasting my life. And every time I come back here, I know that all I've done is to waste my life.
You're a poet, you know that, Biff? You're an idealist.
No, I'm mixed up very bad. Maybe I ought to get married. Maybe I ought to get stuck into something. Maybe that's my trouble. I'm like a boy. And I'm not married, I'm not in business, I'm just like a boy. Are you content, Ham? You're a success, aren't you? Are you content?
Hell no.
Why? You're making money, aren't you?
All I can do now is wait for the merchandise manager to die. And suppose I get to be merchandise manager. He's a good friend of mine. Just built a terrific estate on Long Island, lived there about 2 months, and then sold it. Now, he's building another one. You can't enjoy it once it's finished. I know that's just what I would do. I don't know what the hell I'm working for. Sometimes I sit in my apartment all alone, and I think about the rent I'm paying, and it's crazy. But then, it's what I always wanted. My own apartment, a car, and plenty of women. Still, goddamn it, I'm lonely.
Listen, why don't you come out west with me?
You and I, huh?
Sure. Maybe we could buy a ranch, raise cattle, use our muscles, Men built like we are should be working out in the open.
The Loman brothers, huh?
Sure, we're being known all over the counties.
Oh, see, that's what I dream about, Biff. Sometimes I just want to rip off my clothes in the middle of that store and outbox that goddamn merchandise manager. I mean, I can outbox, outlift, outrun anybody in that store, and I gotta take orders from those common petty sons of bitches till I can't stand it anymore.
I'm telling you, kid, if you're with me, I'd be happy out there.
You see, Biff, everybody around me is so false. I'm constantly
Maybe
lowering
together
my
we stand
ideals.
up for one another. We'd have someone to trust.
But if I were around you...
Half the trouble is we weren't brought up to grow for money. I know how to do it.
Neither can I.
Then let's go.
But the thing is, what can you make out there?
But look at your friend. Builds an estate and hasn't a piece of mind to live in it?
Yeah, but when he walks in the door, the waves part in front of him. That's $52,000 a year walking through that revolving door. And I've got more in my pinky than he's got in his head.
Yeah, but you just...
I gotta show those pompous, self-important executives that half Bowman can make the grade. I wanna walk in the door the way he walks in. And then I'll come with you, Biff. We'll be together yet, I swear. But I think those two creatures we had tonight, weren't they gorgeous?
Yeah. Yeah, most gorgeous I've had in years.
Yeah. I get that anytime I want, Biff. Whenever I feel disgusted. The only trouble is it gets to be like bowling or something. I just keep knocking them over and it doesn't mean anything. You still running around a lot?
Nah. I like to find a girl, though. You know, steady. Somebody with substance.
Yeah, that's what I long for.
Oh, go on. You never come home.
I would. Somebody with character. Like Mom, you know, somebody with resistance. You're gonna call me a bastard when I tell you this. That girl Charlotte I was with tonight, she's engaged to be married in 5 weeks.
No kidding.
Sure. The guy's in line for the vice presidency of the store. I don't know what comes over me. Maybe I have an overdeveloped sense of competition or something. But I went and ruined her. Furthermore, I can't get rid of her. He's a third executive. I've done that, though. Isn't that a crummy characteristic? Top it all off and go to their weddings. Like, I'm not supposed to take bribes. Manufacturers offer me a $100 bill every now and then to throw an order their way. You know how honest of a guy I am. It's like this girl, see? Because I hate myself for it. Because I don't want the girl, and yet I take it, and I love it. Well, what's the matter?
Let's go to sleep.
Oh, I guess we didn't settle anything, huh?
I just got one idea I think I'm going to try.
What's that?
Remember Bill Oliver?
Sure, Oliver's very big now. You want to work for him again?
No. But when I quit, he said something to me. He put his arm on my shoulder and he said, Biff, if you're in anything, you come to me. Then go to see him.
I remember that. That sounds good.
If I could get $10,000 or even $7,000 or $8,000, I could buy a beautiful ranch.
I bet he'd back you. Because he always thought very highly of you, Biff. I mean, they all do. You're well liked, Biff. That's why I'm saying to come back here. And then we both have the apartment. I'm telling you,
with
kid,
the ranch, I
everything
could
you
do the
want.
work I like and I could still be something. I just wonder though. I wonder if Oliver still thinks I stole his card and basketballs.
Oh, we probably forgot that long ago. It's almost 10 years. You're too sensitive. Besides, he didn't really fire you.
I think he was going to. Maybe that's why I quit. I was never really sure whether he knew or not. I knew he thought the world of me though. I was the only one he let lock up the place.
You gonna watch the engine, Biff?
Shh. You hear that?
Does he know Mom can hear that?
Don't get your sweater dirty, Biff.
You hear that? Isn't that terrible? Don't
What a
leave me.
simonizing job, huh?
Mom's hearing that.
You gotta stick around. I don't
Oh,
know
you
what
got
to
a
do.
date,
It's
Biff,
getting
huh? That's wonderful.
embarrassing. Go on to sleep. But talk to him in the morning, will you?
With her in the house, brother.
I wish you'd have a good talk with him.
That's selfish.
Shh. Sleep, man.
You just want to be careful with those girls, Biff, that's all. Don't make any promises. No promises of any kind, because a girl, you know, they always believe what you tell them. And you're very young, Biff. You're too young to be talking seriously to girls, too young entirely. No, you want to watch your schooling first. And when that's all set, well, there'll be plenty of girls for a boy like you. What? That's so. The girls pay for you, huh? Boy, you must really be making a hit. I've been wondering why you polish the car so careful. Don't forget the hubcaps, boys! Get that chamois to the hubcaps happy! Use newspaper on the windows, it's the easiest thing. Show him how to do it, Biff. You see, Hap? Yeah. Pat it up. Use it like a pad. That's it. That's it. Good job. You're doing all right, Hap. Biff, first thing we got to do when we get time is clip that big branch over the house. I'm afraid it's going to fall during a storm and hit the roof. Tell you what, we'll get up there with a nice rope. We'll sling her around and climb up there with a couple of saws and take her down. As soon as you finish the car, I want to see you boys. I got a surprise for you.
What do you got, Dad?
Oh, no. You finish first. Never leave a job until you finish. Remember that. Biff, up in Albany, I saw a beautiful hammock. I think I'll buy it next trip and we'll hang it between those two elm trees over there. Wouldn't that be terrific? Just swinging underneath those branches.
Professional?
Terrific. Good job, Biff.
Oh, where's the surprise?
In the backseat of the car.
What is it, Dad? Tell me, what'd you buy?
Oh, it's just something I wanted you to have.
What is it, Hap? It's a punching bag!
Hey,
Pop!
it's got Gene Tunney's signature on it.
Gee, how'd you know you wanted a punching bag?
Well, it's the finest thing for the timing, isn't it?
I mean, listen, wait, Pop, you know.
Jumping rope is good, too.
Did you see the new football I got?
Oh, where'd you get a new ball?
The coach told me to practice my passing.
Oh, is that so? He gave you the ball, huh?
Well, I borrowed it from the locker room.
Oh, Biff, I want you to return that.
I told you he wouldn't like that.
Well, I'm bringing it back.
Well, he's got to practice with the regulation ball, doesn't he? Coach will probably congratulate you on the initiative.
Oh, he keeps congratulating my initiative all the time, Pop.
That's because he likes you. Somebody else took that ball, there'd be an uproar. Well, what's the report, boys? What's the report?
Where'd you go this time, Dad? Gee, we're lonesome for you.
You don't say.
Missed you every minute.
I'll tell you a little secret. Don't breathe a word to anybody. One of these days, I'm going to have my own business, and I'll never have to leave home anymore.
Why do it for Charlie?
Well, bigger than Charlie, because Uncle Charlie is not liked. Well, he's liked, but he's not well liked.
Where'd you go this time, Dad?
Well, I got on the road, went north to Providence. Met the mayor.
The mayor of Providence!
He was sitting in the hotel lobby. He said, morning. I said, you got a fine city here, mayor, and he had coffee with me. Oh, then I went to Waterbury. Waterbury's a very fine city, famous clock city, famous Waterbury clock. Sold a nice bill there. Then on to Boston. Boston is a cradle of the Revolution. Sold a good bill there, and then a couple other towns in Mass, Portland, Maine, and then straight home.
Gee, I'll have to go with you sometime, Dad.
Soon as summer comes.
Promise?
Yeah, you and Hap and I, and we'll see all the towns. America's full of beautiful towns and fine, upstanding people. And they know me, boys. They know me up and down New England. I'll take you fellas up there and be open sesame for all of us. Because one thing, I got friends. I can park my car in any street in New England, and the cops protect us like it's their home. Soon as summer comes, eh?
Yeah, you
Yeah, we'll bring our bathing suits.
We'll carry your bag.
bet.
Oh, that be something. You boys going in behind me carrying my bags. You nervous, Biff, about the game?
Not if you're gonna be there.
Oh, what do they say about you now that they made you captain in school?
There's always a crowd of girls behind him every time the classes change.
This Saturday, Pop, this Saturday just for you, I'm gonna break through for a touchdown.
You're supposed to pass.
I'm taking one play for Pop. Now you watch me, Pop. When I take my helmet off, that means
Yeah.
I'm breaking out.
Yeah.
You watch me crash through that line.
Wait till I tell this in Boston.
Where are you? You're supposed to study with me.
Ah, look at Bernard. What's he looking so anemic for, Bernard?
He's got to study it, but he's got regions next.
Let's box, Bernard! Listen, Biff. Listen. I heard Mr. Birnbaum say that if you don't start studying math, he's gonna flunk you and you won't graduate. I heard him.
Ah, you better go with him and study.
No, I heard him.
Pop, you didn't see my sneakers.
Oh, that's a beautiful job of printing.
And just because he printed the University of Virginia on his sneakers does not mean they gotta
What are
graduate.
you talking about? With scholarships to 3 universities are gonna flunk him?
I heard Mr. Burke
Don't
say
be
that.
a pest, Bernard! What an anemic!
Okay, you waiting for you in my house, Biff?
Bernard is not well liked, is he?
Well, he's liked, but he's not well liked.
That's right, Pop.
That's just what I'm talking about. Bernard can get the best books in school, you understand? But when he gets out of the business world, you're gonna be 5 times ahead of him. That's why I thank God you both are built like Adonises. Because it's a man who lets a personal appearance in the business world. The man who creates personal interest. He's a man who gets ahead. Be liked, and you'll never want. Take me, for instance. Willie Loman is here. That's all they need to know. I don't have to stand in line for the buyers. I just go right in.
Did you knock them dead, Pop?
Knocked them gold in Providence. Slaughtered them in Boston. Sweetheart.
Hello, dear. How'd the Chevy
Oh,
run?
Chevrolet is the greatest car I've ever built. Marvelous. Hey, boys. When do you let your mother stand here with a wash?
Grab hold there, boy.
Where to, Mom?
Hang them up on the line. And you better go down to your friend's bib. The cellar's full of boys and they don't know what to do with themselves.
We'll pop them, so make it wait.
Oh, you better go down and tell them what to do.
I think I'll have them sweep out the furnace room.
Ah, good work, Biff.
Fellas, everybody, sweep out the furnace room, right down. George, Sam, and Fred, come out back. We're hanging up the watch. Come on, Hap, on the double.
The way they obey him.
It's the training, the training. I'm telling you, I was selling thousands and thousands, but I had to come home.
The whole block will be at that game. Did you sell anything?
I did 500 gross in Providence, 700 gross in Boston.
No, wait a minute. I've got a pencil. That makes your commission
Well, I didn't figure it yet.
200. My God, $212.
Well, I did.
How much did you do?
Well, I did about 180 gross in Providence, and well, roughly 200 gross the whole trip.
200 gross.
Well,
So
the
that's-
trouble is, 3 of the stores were half closed for inventory in Boston. Otherwise, I would have broke records.
Well, it makes $70 and some pennies. That's very good.
Oh, what do we owe?
Well, on the first, there's $16 on the refrigerator.
Why 16?
Well, the fan belt broke and it was $1.80.
It's brand new.
Well, the man said that's just the way it is till they work themselves in, you know?
Oh, I hope we didn't get stuck on that machine.
No, they got the biggest ads of any of them.
I know it's a fine machine. What else?
Well, you got $9.60 on the washing machine. And then the roof, you got $21 remaining.
It don't leak, does it?
No, they did a wonderful job.
Okay.
And then you owe Frank for the carburetor.
Oh, I'm not paying that man. That goddamn Chevrolet. They ought to prohibit the manufacture of that car.
Well, you owe him 3.5, and odds and ends comes to around $120 by the 15th.
$120. My God. If business don't pick up, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, next week you'll do better.
I'll knock him dead next week. I'll go to Hartford. I'm very well liked in Hartford. Trouble is, Linda, people don't seem to take to me.
Oh, don't be foolish.
No, I feel it when I walk in. They seem to laugh at me.
Why? Why would they laugh at you? Don't talk that way,
I
Willie.
can't explain it, but they don't notice me. They just pass me by.
But you're doing wonderful, dear. You're making $70 to $100 a week.
But I gotta be at it 10, 12 hours a day. I don't know why. I can't stop. I talk too much. A man ought to come in with a few words. That's one thing about Charlie. He's a man of few words, and they respect him.
You don't talk too much. You're just lively.
Well, I'm thinking, what the hell? Life is short. Couple of jokes. I joke too much.
Why? You're funny.
No, I'm fat and foolish to look at. I didn't tell you, Linda, but Christmas time I was calling on F.H. Stewart's, and a salesman was coming out as I went in to see the buyer. He said something about walrus, and I cracked him right across the face. I won't take that. I simply won't take that. But they laugh at me. They do laugh at me. I know that.
Darling.
I have to overcome it. I simply have to overcome it. Maybe I'm not dressing to advantage.
Willie, darling, you're the handsomest man in the world.
Oh, Linda.
To me, you are the handsomest. And the boys, Willie, few men are idolized by their children the way you are.
Oh, you're the best there is, Linda. You're a pal. You know that? I get so lonely on the road when I don't know if I'm gonna sell anything. I'm never gonna make a business for you and the boys. There's no one to talk to. There's so much I want to make for you.
Me? You didn't make me, Willie. I picked you.
You picked me.
I did. I've been sitting in that desk watching all the salesmen go by day in and day out. And you've got such a sense of humor. I think you're a wonderful man.
Sure. Go on in.
It's 2 o'clock. My sisters will be scandalized.
Well, It's all right. About 2 weeks about.
Oh,
You gonna come back?
sure thing. To make me laugh. It's good for me.
You picked me, huh?
I did. Because you're so sweet and such a kidder.
Come back in 2 weeks.
I'll put you right through the wire.
All right. Well, bottoms up.
You just kill me, Willie. You kill me. Thanks for the stockings. Love a lot of stockings. Good night.
Good night. And keep your pores open.
You are, Willie, the handsomest man. You've got no reason to feel that
I'll make it all up to you, Linda. I will.
You've got nothing to make up, dear. You're doing fine. Better than
What's
most.
that?
Oh, I'm just mending my stockings. They're so expensive.
I won't have you mending stockings in this house. Now throw them out.
Where is he if he doesn't study?
Will you give me answers?
No, I do, but I cannot reach it. See, that's a state exam. They're liable to arrest me.
Where is he? I'll whip him. I'll whip him.
And you better get back that football, Willie. It's not nice.
What? Where is he? Why is he taking things? Why is he stealing things?
He's too rough with the girls, Willie. All the mothers are afraid of him.
Well, I'll whip him. I'll whip him.
He's driving the car without a license.
Shut up.
All the mothers.
Shut up.
Mr. Verbos says he's stuck up.
Get out of here.
He's right, Willie. You've got to...
There's nothing wrong with him. He's got spirit, personality, loaded with it. Loaded. Why is he stealing? What is he stealing? He's giving anything back, isn't he? What did I tell him? I never in my life told him anything but decent things.
Let's go now, come on.
Huh? Why did she watch the floors? Every time she watches the floors herself, she keels over. She knows that.
Take it easy. What brought you back tonight?
I had an awful scare. I nearly hit a kid in Yonkers. Oh, why didn't I go to Alaska with my brother Ben that time? Ben, that man was a genius. He was success incarnate. He begged me to go. What a mistake!
Well, there's no use.
What? There was a man who started with the clothes on his back and ended up with diamond mines.
Boy, someday I'd like to know how he did it.
What's the mystery? He knew what he wanted, and he went in and got it. Went in the jungle and came out at the age of 21, and he's rich. The world is an oyster. You don't crack it open on a mattress.
Ah, I told you. I'm gonna retire you for
You'll
life.
retire me for life on your $70 goddamn dollars a week, and you're winning in your car, in your apartment, and you'll retire me for life. Christ's sake, where were you boys? The woods are blazing. I can't drive a car.
Everything all right?
Yeah, Charlie, everything's fine.
What's the matter?
I heard a noise. I thought something happened. Can we do something about the walls? You sneeze in here and my house hat blow off.
Let's go to bed, Dad. Come on.
Yeah, you go on. I'm not tired at the moment.
Take it easy, huh?
Yeah. What are you doing up?
Going to sleep. I had a heartburn.
You don't know how to eat.
I eat with my mouth.
Ah, you're ignorant. You gotta learn about vitamins and things like that.
Come on, let's shoot. Tired you out a little.
All right, you got the cards?
Yeah, I got them someplace. So what is it with those vitamins?
Ah, they build up your bones, chemistry.
Yeah, but there are no bones in a heartburn.
What are you talking about? Do you know the first thing about it?
Don't get insulted.
Well, why are you talking about something you don't know anything about?
What are you doing home?
I have a little trouble with the car.
What you don't say. I'd like to take a trip to California.
You don't say.
You want a job?
I got a job. I told you. What are you offering me a job for?
Don't get insulted.
Well, don't insult me.
I just don't see any sense in it. You don't have to go on this way.
Why do you offer me a job? Why do you keep coming in here?
Do you want me to go?
No, Charlie. I don't know what's going on. He's going back to Texas again. What the hell is that?
Let him go.
I got nothing for him, Charlie. I'm clean. I'm clean.
He won't starve. None of them are starved. Forget about it.
Yeah, then what do I got to remember?
You take it too hard. The hell with it. When your deposit bottle is broken, you don't get your nickel back.
That's easy enough for you to say.
That ain't easy for me to say.
Do you see the ceiling I hung in the living room?
Yeah, that's a real piece of work. To put up a ceiling is a mystery to me. How did you do it?
What's the difference?
Well, talk about it.
Are you gonna put up a ceiling?
How could I put up a ceiling?
Then what are you bothering me for?
You're insulted again.
A man who can't handle tools is not a man. You're disgusting.
Don't call me disgusting, Willie.
Getting awfully tired, Ben.
Good. Keep playing. You'll sleep better. Did you call me Ben?
Funny, for a second there you reminded me of my brother Ben.
I only have a few minutes. You never heard from him again, huh? Since that time?
Didn't Linda tell you we got a letter from his wife a couple of weeks ago in Africa? He died.
Is that so? So this is Brooklyn, huh? Maybe you're in for some of his money.
Nah, he had 7 sons. There's only one opportunity I have with that man.
I must make a train, William. There are several properties I'm looking at in Alaska.
Sure. If I'd gone with him to Alaska that time, everything would be totally different.
Go on, you'd have froze to death up there.
What are you talking about?
Opportunity's tremendous in Alaska, William. Surprised you're not up there.
Sure. Tremendous.
Huh?
That was the only man I ever met who knew the answers.
Who? How are you all?
Fine.
Pretty sharp tonight. Is mother living with you?
No, she died a long time ago.
Who? That's too bad.
Huh?
Fine specimen of a lady, mother.
Huh?
I come to see the old girl. Who died? Heard anything from father, have you?
What do you mean, who died?
What are you talking about?
No, that's my bill.
No, I put the ace.
If you don't know how to play the game, I'm not throwing my money away on
It
you.
was my ace, for God's sake.
I'm through.
When did mother die?
Long ago. From the beginning, you never knew how to play cards.
All right, next time I'm bringing a deck with 5 aces.
I don't play that kind of
You
game.
ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ignoramus. Ben, I've been waiting for you so long. What's the answer? How'd you do it?
Oh, there's a story in that.
Is this Ben?
How do you do, my dear?
Where have you been all these years? Willie's always
Oh,
wondered
did you
why.
find father? Tell me, how did you get your start?
Well, I don't know how much you remember.
Well, I was just a baby, 3 or 4 years old.
3 years, 11 months.
Oh, what a memory, Ben.
I have had many enterprises, William, and I've never kept books.
I remember I was underneath a wagon. Was it in Nebraska?
It was South Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
And I gave you a bunch of wildflowers.
Wildflowers, yeah. And I saw you walking down an open road.
I was going to find father in Alaska.
Where is he?
At that age, I had a very faulty view of geography, William. I discovered after a few days that I was heading due south. So instead of Alaska, I ended up in Africa.
Africa.
The Gold Coast.
Principally diamond mines.
Diamond mine.
Yes, my dear, but I've only a few minutes.
No, boys! Come here! This is your Uncle Ben, a great man. Tell him, Ben.
Why, boys, when I was 17, I walked into the jungle. And when I was 21, I walked out. And by God, I was rich.
You see what I've been saying? All sorts of great things can happen.
I have an appointment in Ketchikan.
Oh, no, Ben. Tell him about Dad. I want to know the stock they spring from. I just remember a man with a wild beard. I was sitting on Mama's lap by a fire, and then there was some kind of high music.
His flute.
His
He
flute!
played
Sure,
the
the flute!
Father was a very great and a very wild-hearted man. We would start in Boston, and he'd toss the whole family into the wagon and drive the team through Ohio and Indiana and Michigan and Illinois, all the western states. And then we'd stop in the towns and sell the flutes he'd made on the way. Great inventor, father. With one gadget, he made more than a man like you could make in a lifetime.
Oh, that's just the way I'm raising them, Ben. Rugged, well liked, all around.
Yeah? Well, hit me, boy, right here. Come on, go get it. Give it to me. Right here, hard as you can. Come on. Never fight fair with a stranger, boy. You'll never get out of the jungle that way. It was an honor and a pleasure to meet you, Linda.
Have a nice trip.
And good luck with your, what do you do?
Selling.
Yes, well.
Oh, Ben, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. This is Brooklyn, I know, but we hunt too.
Really now?
Oh, yeah, we hunt all sorts of animals, rabbits and snakes, and, well, that's why I moved out here. Why, Biff can fell any one of these trees in no time flat. Boys, go to where they're building the new apartment house. We're gonna rebuild the entire front deck right now.
Yes, sir. Go, come on.
Watch this,
on the
Ben.
double.
Watch
I'm
this.
losing weight, Pop. You notice?
Listen, if they steal any more from that building, then I watch what's
You
going
should
on
have
from there.
seen.
Don't let Biff steal.
You should have seen all the 6x10s they brought. At least a dozen worth all kinds of money.
Listen, the night watchman, he's gonna put the house.
I gave him hell, of course, but I got a couple of fearless characters there.
Really, the jails are full of fearless characters.
Yeah, the stock exchange, friend.
Where are the rest of your pants?
My wife bought them.
Oh, now you can take your golf club and go upstairs and have a nap. What an athlete. Between him and his son Bernard, they can't hammer a nail.
How'd you do in Portland this trip?
I decapitated him. Couldn't hardly handle the volume, Ben.
He would have done better if they hadn't been closed for inventory.
I had the greatest week of my history, Ben.
The watchman's chasing Biff.
He's not stealing anything.
Where is he, Biff?
What's the matter? There's nothing wrong.
Nervy boy.
Oh, no,
Good.
no, steal that, Biff.
I don't know how you do the business, Willie. All the salesmen in the city are coming back bleeding from New England. Can't sell a nickel for 3 cents, and you're doing great, huh?
It's contacts, Charlie. I got imported contacts.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Come in later and we'll shoot some casino, and I'll take some of your Portland money.
Oh, business is bad, but not for me, of course.
I'll stop by on my way back to Africa.
No, Ben, can't you stay a few days? I got a fine position here, but Dad left when I was just a baby, and I didn't get a chance to really talk to him, and I feel just kind of temporary about myself.
I'll be late for my train.
But Ben, my boys, they would jump into the jaws of hell for me, but
William, you're being first rate with your boys. Outstanding, manly chaps.
oh, Ben, that's good to hear. Because sometimes I'm afraid I'm not teaching them the right
Willie,
thing.
Willie.
What shall I teach him?
When I walked into the jungle, I was 17. And when I walked out of the jungle, I was 21. And by God, I was rich!
That's just the spirit I'm trying to imbue in them. To walk into a jungle. I was right. I was right. I was right.
Willie, dear.
I was
Willie?
right. I was right.
Are you coming in? Did you have some cheese? It's awfully late, dear.
You gotta break your neck to see a star in this yard.
You coming in?
Whatever happened to that watch fob? Remember when Ben visited? He brought me a watch fob with a diamond in it.
You pawned it, dear, 12, 13 years ago for Biff's radio correspondence course.
Gee, that was a beautiful thing. I'll take a walk.
But you're in your slippers.
Ah, what a man. That was the only man worth talking to. I was right.
You're in your slippers,
Right.
Willie.
Right. I was right.
What is he doing out there? God almighty, Mom, how long has he been doing this?
Don't, he'll hear you.
But what the hell's the matter with him?
It'll pass by morning.
Shouldn't we do anything?
Oh, my dear, you should do a lot of things. But there's nothing to do, so go to sleep.
I never heard him so loud, Mom.
We'll come around more often, you'll hear him.
Why didn't you ever write me about this, Mom?
How could I write to you? For over 3 months you had no address.
I was on the move. But you know I thought of you all the time. You know that, don't you, pal?
I know, dear, I know, but he likes to have a letter just to know that there's still a possibility for better things.
He's not like this all the time, is he?
It's when you come home he's always the worst.
When I come home?
When you write you're coming, he's all smiles and talks about the future, and he's just wonderful. And then the closer you seem to come, the more shaky he gets, and then by the time you get here, he's arguing and he seems angry at you, and I think maybe it's just that he can't bring himself to open up to you. Well, why are you so hateful to each other?
I'm not hateful, Mom.
You no sooner come in the door than you're fighting.
I don't know why. I mean to change. I'm trying, Mom, you understand?
Are you home to stay now?
I don't know. I want to look around, see what's doing.
Biff, you can't look around all your life, can you?
I just can't take hold, Mom. I can't take hold of some kind of a life.
Biff, a man is not a bird to come and go with the springtime.
Look at your hair. Your hair got so gray.
Oh, it's been gray since you were in high school. I just stopped dyeing it, that's all.
Dye it again, will ya? I don't want my pal looking old.
You're such a boy. You think you can go away for a year and... You've got to get it into your head now that someday you're going to knock on that door and there'll be strange people here.
What are you talking about? You're not even 60, Mom.
What about your father?
Well, I meant him too.
He admires Pop, Mom.
Biff, if you don't have any feelings for him, then you can't have any feelings for me.
Sure I can, Mom.
No, you can't come here just to see me. Because I love him. He's the dearest man in the world to me, and I won't have anyone making him feel unwanted and low and blue. See, you've got to make up your mind now. There's no leeway anymore. Either he's your father and you pay him that respect, or else you're not to come here anymore. I know he's not easy to get along with. Nobody knows that better than me, but...
Hey, Bimbo!
What the hell's the matter with him?
Don't go near him.
Stop making excuses for him. He always wiped the floor with you. He never had an ounce of respect for you.
He always had respect.
What
for
the
me.
hell do you know about it?
Just don't call him crazy.
He's got no character. Charlie wouldn't do this, spewing out that vomit from his mind.
Charlie's never had to cope with what he has to.
People are worse off than Willie Loman. Believe me, I've seen them.
Then make Charlie your father. You can't do that, can you? I don't say he's a great man. Willie Loman never made a lot of money. His name was never in the paper. He's not the finest character that ever lived. But he's a human being, and a terrible thing is happening to him. So attention must be paid. He's not to be allowed to fall into his grave like an old dog. Attention must finally be paid to such a person. You called him crazy.
I didn't mean to call him
No,
crazy,
a
Mom.
lot of people think he's lost his balance. But you don't have to be very smart to know what his trouble is. The man is exhausted.
Sure.
A small man can be just as exhausted as a great man. He works for a company 36 years this March, opens up unheard of territories to their brand, and now in his old age they take his salary away.
I didn't know that, Mom.
You never asked, my dear. Now that you get your spending money someplace else, you don't trouble your mind with him.
But I gave you money last month.
Christmas time, $50. To fix the hot water, it costs $97.50. For 5 weeks, he's been on straight commission, like a beginner, an unknown.
Those ungrateful bastards.
Are they any worse than his sons? He works... When he was young, he brought them business. They were glad to see him. But now, all his old friends, all the old buyers that loved him so and always found some order to hand him in a pinch, they're all dead, retired. He used to be able to make 6-7 calls a day in Boston. And now he takes his valises out of the car and puts them back in and takes them out again, and he's exhausted. Instead of walking, he talks now. He drives 700 miles, and when he gets there, nobody knows him anymore. Nobody welcomes him. And what goes through a man's mind driving 700 miles home after not having earned a cent? Why shouldn't he talk to himself? Why? When he has to go next door, and borrow $50 from Charlie every week and pretend to me that it's his pay.
God.
How long can that go on? How long? You see what I'm sitting here waiting for? And you say he has no character. The man who never worked a day but for your benefit. When does he get the medal for that? Is this his reward to turn around at the age of 63 to find his sons, who he loved better than his life, one a philandering bum?
No.
That's all you are, my baby. And you, what happened to the love you had for him? You were such pals. How you used to talk on the phone every night. How lonely he was till he could come home to you.
All right, Mom. I'll live here in my room and I'll get a job. I'll keep away from him, that's all.
No, Biff, you can't stay here and fight all the
He
time.
threw me out of this house, remember that?
Why did he do that? I never
Because I know
knew
it's a
why.
fake. It isn't like anybody around him knows.
Why a fake? In what way?
Don't
What
lay
do
it
you
on my
mean?
feet. It's between me and him, that's all I have to say. Now, I'll chip in from now on. He'll settle for half my paycheck. He'll be all right. I'm going to bed.
He won't be all right.
Oh, I hate this city. I'll stay here. Now what do you want?
He's dying, Biff.
Why is he dying?
He's been trying to kill himself.
How?
I live from day to day.
What are you talking about?
Remember I wrote you that he smashed the car up again in February?
Well?
The insurance inspector came and he said that they have evidence that all these accidents in the last year weren't accidents.
How can they tell that? That's a lie.
Well, it seems there's this woman and...
What woman?
What?
Nothing, go ahead. No, I just said what woman.
What about her?
It seems she was walking down the road and she saw his car, and she says that he wasn't driving fast at all. She says that he didn't skid. And she says that he came up to that little bridge and deliberately smashed into the railing, and that it was only the shallowness of the water that saved him.
Nah, he probably just fell asleep again.
I don't think he fell asleep.
Why not?
Last month, oh boys, it's so hard to say a thing like this. He's just a big, stupid man to you, but I tell you, there's more good in him than many other people. I was looking for a fuse. The lights blew out. I went down the cellar, and behind the fuse box, it just happened to fall out, was a length of rubber pipe, just short.
No kidding.
It has a little attachment on the end of it, and I knew right away, and sure enough, at the bottom of the water heater, there's a new little nipple on the gas pipe.
Sure.
Did you have it taken off?
I'm ashamed to. How could I mention it to him? So every day I go down, I take away that little rubber pipe, but when he comes home, I put it back. How can I insult him that way? I don't know what to do, boys. I live from day to day. And I tell you, I know every thought in that man's mind. And it sounds so old-fashioned and silly, but I tell you, he put his whole life into you, and you've turned your backs on him. Biff, his life is in your hands.
How do you like that damn fool?
All right, Mom. All right. I've been remiss. I know that. But now I'll stay. And I swear to you I'll apply myself. It's just, you see, Mom, I don't fit in business. Not that I won't try. I'll try and I'll make good.
Sure you will. The trouble with you in business was that you never tried to please people.
I know.
Like when you worked for Harrison's. Bob Harrison said you were tops. And then you go do some damn fool thing like whistling whole songs in an elevator like a comedian.
So what? I like to whistle sometimes.
You don't raise a guy to a responsible job that whistles in an
Well,
elevator.
don't fight about it now.
Or like when you run off and swim in the middle of the day instead of taking the line
Oh,
around.
well, don't you run off? You take off sometimes, don't you? On a nice summer day?
Yeah, but I cover myself.
Boys.
If I'm going to take a fade, the boss can call any number where I'm supposed to be, and they'll swear to him I just left. You know, I'll tell you something I hate to say, Biff, but in the business world, they think you're crazy.
Oh, screw the business world.
All right, screw it, but cover yourself.
I don't care what they think. They let that die for years, and you know why? 'Cause we don't belong in this nut house of a city. We should be mixing cement on some open plain somewhere. or carpenters. A carpenter's allowed to whistle.
Even your grandfather was
better than a carpenter. You never grew up. Bernard does not whistle in the elevator, I assure you.
Yeah, but you do, Pop.
I never in my life whistled in an elevator. And who in the business world thinks I'm crazy?
I didn't mean it like that, Pop. I'll make a whole big thing out of it, will you?
Ah, go back to the West, be a carpenter, a cowboy.
Willie, he was
Enjoy
just
yourself.
saying.
I heard what he said.
Hey, Pop, come on now.
They laugh at me, huh? Go to Filene's, go to the Hub, go to Slattery's Boston, call up the name Willie Loman and see what happens, big shot.
All right, Pop.
Big.
All right.
Why do you always insult me?
I didn't say a word. Did I say a word?
He didn't say anything, Willie.
All right, good night.
Willie dear, he just
And
decided.
if you get tired of hanging around tomorrow, why don't you paint the ceiling I
Leave it
hung in the
early
living
tomorrow.
room?
He's going to see Bill Oliver, Pop.
Oliver? For what?
He always said he'd stake me. I like to go into business, so maybe I'd take him up on it.
Isn't that
Don't
wonderful?
interrupt. There's 50 men in the city who didn't stake you. Sporting goods?
I guess so. I
You
know something
guess.
about it, and
You guess so you know something about it. You know more about sporting goods than Spalding, for God's sake. How much is he giving you?
I don't know. I didn't even see him yet, but
Well, what are you talking about?
well, all I said was I was going to see him. That's
you're
all.
counting your chickens
Oh, Jesus,
again.
I'm going.
Don't curse in this house.
Since when did you get
Don't talk that language to me.
I got an idea! A feasible idea. Come here, Biff. Let's talk this over. Now, let's talk some sense here. Now, when I was down in Florida last, I thought of a great idea to sell sporting goods. And it just came back to me. You and I, Biff, we have a line. The Loman line. We trained a couple of weeks and we put on a couple of exhibitions, see?
That's an idea.
Oh, wait. We formed 2 basketball teams.
Huh?
2 water polo teams. And we play each other. Yeah. It's $1 million worth of publicity. 2 brothers, see? Loman Brothers. Displays in the Royal Palms. All the hotels. Banners over the ring. The basketball courts. Loman Brothers. Baby, we can sell sporting goods.
That is a $1 million idea.
I'm in great shape as far as that's concerned.
And the beauty of it is, Biff, it wouldn't be like business. We'd be out playing ball again.
Yeah, that's a
That's
million.
a
And you wouldn't feel tired of it, Biff. It'd be in the family again. There'd be the old honor and comradeship. And if you run to run off for a swim, well, you do it. We'll have some smart cookie getting up ahead of you.
Lick the world. You kids together can absolutely lick the civilized
I'll
world.
see Oliver tomorrow. If we can work that out.
I think
Yeah.
if he thinks
Don't interrupt. But when you go to see Oliver, don't wear your sport jacket and slacks.
No, I got a nice business suit.
My business suit. And talk as little as possible. Don't crack any jokes.
Oh, he liked me. He always
No,
liked me.
Loved you.
let me finish. You're applying for a man's job, right? So they love a kidder, but they're never going to leave him any money.
Yeah, I'll try to get some myself, Biff.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can.
I see great things in store for you guys. I think your troubles are over. But remember, start big and you'll win big. Ask for 15, huh? $15,000.
Gee, I don't know if I could.
Don't say G. G is a voice word. A man going in for $15,000 doesn't say G.
10, I think, would be top.
No, you always started too low. Don't be modest. Go in with a big laugh, and don't look worried. Let's start off with one of your good stories to just lighten things up, because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Personality always wins the day.
Oliver always thought
Will
the
you let me
highest was
talk?
Hey, don't yell at her, Pop, will you?
I was talking, wasn't
And I
I?
don't like you yelling at her all
What
the
are you
time.
taking
I'm
over
telling you,
this
that's
house?
silly.
Don't take his side all the time.
God damn it, stop yelling at her!
Give my best to Bill Oliver. He may remember me.
What'd you have to start that for? You see how sweet he was as soon as you talked hopefully? Come upstairs and say goodnight. Don't let him go to bed that way.
Come on, Biff. Let's go buck him up.
Just say goodnight. It takes so little to make him happy. Come. Willie, your pajamas are hanging in the shower.
What a woman. They broke the mold when they made her. You know that, Biff?
My God, he's off salary. Working on commission?
Well, let's face it, he's no hotshot selling man, except sometimes you have to admit he's a sweet personality.
Shower's dripping. Can you do something about it?
Lend me $10, will ya? I want to buy some new ties.
Well, I'll take you to a place I know, beautiful stuff. Wear one of my striped shirts tomorrow.
Oh, she got gray. Mom got awful old. Gee, I'm gonna go into Oliver tomorrow. I'm gonna knock him for a loop.
Come on up, tell that to Dad. Come on, let's give him a whirl.
You know what, $10,000?
That's a talk, Biff!
I'm just wondering if Oliver will remember him. You think he might?
That's the first time I've heard the old confidence out of you.
Remember him? What are you, crazy? If he'd have stayed with Oliver, he'd be on top by now. Wait till Oliver gets a look at him.
You're gonna live with me, kid.
You don't understand the average caliber today. The average caliber today of a young man,
And any babe you want, just say the word.
is 0.
Come on.
Greatest thing in the world was for him to bum around.
Hey, pal, up!
Oh, glad to hear it, boy.
You want to say goodnight to your sport?
Knock him dead. Now, what do you got to tell me?
Just take it easy, Pop. Good night.
When you're talking to him tomorrow and something falls off the desk, don't you pick it up. They have office boys for
I'll
that.
make a big
Will you let me
breakfast.
finish? And when you're talking about working in the West, you were in the business, not farm work.
All right, Dad.
I think things are beginning
Don't undersell yourself. Ask for $15,000.
Okay. Good night, Mom.
Because you got a greatness in you, Biff.
Sleep well, darling.
You got a greatness in you.
I'm gonna get married, Mom. I wanted to tell you.
Sleep. Get some sleep, dear.
Just wanted to tell you.
Keep up the good work. God. Remember that Ebbets Field game, the championship of the city?
Just rest.
Oh.
Want me to sing to you?
Yeah, sing to me. The team came out. He was the tallest. Oh.
Yes, and all in gold.
Oh. Hey, remember how he waved to me from the field? With the representatives from 3 universities standing by, and the buyers that I brought, and the cheers. Loman. Oh, God Almighty, he'll be great yet. A star like that, magnificent, can never really fade away.
Willie, dear, what has he got against you?
Oh, I'm tired. Let's not talk anymore.
Will you ask Howard to let you work in New York?
First thing in the morning, yeah. Everything's gonna be all right. Gee, look at the moon moving between the buildings. Wonderful coffee, meal in itself.
Let me fix you some eggs.
I'll take a breath.
You look so rested, dear.
Oh, I slept like a dead man. First time in months. Imagine sleeping till 10 on a Tuesday morning. Boys got off nice and early, eh?
They were out of here by 8 o'clock.
Good work.
It was so thrilling to see them leaving together. I can't get over the shaving lotion in this house. Biff was very changed this morning. His whole attitude seemed to be hopeful. He couldn't wait to get downtown to see Oliver.
Oh, he's heading for a change, no question at all. There simply are certain men that take longer to get solidified. How do you dress?
His blue suit. He's so handsome in that suit. He could be anything in that suit.
No question at all. Gee, on the way home tonight, I'd like to buy some seeds.
That'd be wonderful, dear, but not enough sun gets back there. Nothing will grow anymore.
Ah, you wait, kid. Before this is all over, we'll have a little place in the country. I'll raise some vegetables, a couple of chickens.
You'll do it yet, dear.
Oh, they'll get married and come to visit us on the weekends. I can build a guest house. I got so many fine tools. All I need is a little lumber and some peace of mind.
I sewed the lining.
I built 2 guest houses, and the milk can come. Did he say how much he was going to ask Oliver for?
He didn't mention it, but I imagine 10 or 15,000, and you're going to talk to Howard today.
Oh, I'll put it to him straight and simple. He'll just have to take me off the road.
And Willie, dear, don't forget to ask him for a little advance because we've got the insurance premium and it's the grace period
It's
now.
100 and...
It's 108.68 because we're a little short again.
Why are we short?
Well, you had the motor job on the car.
That goddamn Studebaker.
And you got one more payment left on the refrigerator.
I told you we should have bought a well-advertised machine. Charlie bought a General Electric, and it's 20 years old, and it's still good, that son of a bitch. Who ever heard of a Hastings refrigerator? Once. I'd like to own something outright before it's broken. I'm always in a race with a junkyard. I just paid for the car, and it's on its last leg. The refrigerator consumes belt like a goddamn maniac. They time those things. They time them so that when they're paid for, they're all used up.
All told, around $200 would cover us, but that includes the last payment on the mortgage. After this payment, Willie, the house belongs to us.
Wait, 25 years.
Biff was 9 years old when we bought it.
Oh, to weather a 25-year mortgage is...
It's an accomplishment.
All the cement, the lumber, the reconstruction I put into this place. There's a crack to be found in it anymore.
It served its purpose.
What purpose? Some stranger will come along and move in, and that's that. If only Biff would take this place and raise a family. Oh, I'll be home early. Bye-bye, it's late.
Oh, I forgot. You're supposed to meet them for dinner.
Me?
At Frank's Chop House on 48th near 6th Avenue.
Is that so? What about you?
No, just the 3 of you. They're gonna blow you to a big meal.
You don't say. Who thought of that?
Biff came to me this morning, Willie, and said, tell Dad we want to blow him to a big meal. So be there at 6 o'clock. You and your 2 boys are gonna have dinner.
Gee whiz, that's wonderful. I'm gonna knock that Howard for a loop. I'm gonna get the advance, I'm gonna get the New York job. God damn it, now I'm gonna do it.
That's the spirit, Willie.
I'll never get behind the wheel the rest of my life.
It's changing, Willie. I can feel it changing.
Beyond question. Goodbye.
You've got your glasses.
Yeah, I got my glasses.
And your handkerchief.
A handkerchief?
And your saccharin.
Oh. Ah, my saccharin.
Be careful on the subway stairs.
Would you stop mending stockings, at least while I'm in the house? It makes me so nervous. I can't tell you. Please?
Remember, Frank's Chop House.
Maybe beets would grow out there.
But you tried so many times.
Don't work too hard today.
Be careful. I'm coming in a minute. Hello? Oh, Biff, dear, I'm so glad you called. Yes, sure. I just told him. He'll meet you for dinner at 6 o'clock. Listen, I was just dying to tell you. Remember that rubber pipe I told you about that he connected to the gas heater? Well, I finally decided to go down the cellar and take it away and destroy it this morning, but it's gone. Imagine, he took it away himself. It isn't there. When? Oh, then you took it. Oh, nothing. I just hoped that he'd taken it away himself, that's all. Nope. I'm not worried, dear. He left in such high spirits this morning, it was just like the old days. Did Mr. Oliver see you? Well, you wait there then, dear. Goodbye, Viv. Do you have your comb? That's fine. Goodbye, Viv, dear.
Got a minute, Howard?
Come in, Willie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
I'd like to have a little talk with you, Howard.
Sure, 2 minutes. Ever see one of these, Willie?
I'd like to ask you a favor, if you don't
Most
mind.
terrific machine I ever saw in my life. I was up all night with it.
What is it?
Wire recorder. Just got delivery yesterday, been driving me crazy.
What do you do with it?
I bought it for dictation, but you can do anything with it.
Huh?
Listen to this. I had it home last night. Listen to what I picked up. This first one is my daughter. Get this. 7 years old, Willie.
That is lifelike, isn't
Get
it?
that tone.
Now you, Daddy.
She's crazy for me. Oh, that's me.
You're very good.
This next one's my son now. Get this.
The capital of Alabama is Montgomery. The capital of Arizona is Phoenix.
5 years old, Willie.
Arkansas is Little Rock. The capital of California is Sacramento.
He'll make an announcer someday.
Get that alphabetical order.
Yeah.
The capital of Connecticut.
Oh, wait a minute.
That is
The maid picked
wonderful.
the... Shh, for God's sake.
It's 9 o'clock below the wash time, so I have to go to sleep.
Yeah, wait a minute. The next is my wife. Hold on.
Go on, say something. Well, you gonna talk?
Oh, Howard, I can't think of anything.
Well, talk. It's turning.
That was my wife. I tell you, Willie, I'm going to take my camera and my bandsaw and all my hobbies, and out they go. This is the most fascinating relaxation I have ever found.
I think I'll get one myself.
Sure. They're only 150. You can't do without it. Supposing you want to hear Jack Benny, see, but you can't be home at that hour, so you tell the maid to turn the radio on when Jack Benny comes on, and this automatically goes on with the radio.
So when you come
You
home...
can come home 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, anytime you like, then you grab yourself a Coke, and you seat yourself down, and you throw the switch, and there's Jack Benny's program in the middle of the night.
Oh! Well, I'm definitely going to get one. Because, you know, there's times when I'm on the road, I think, well, what I must be missing on the radio.
Don't you have a radio in the car?
Well, yeah, but whoever thinks to turn it on.
Say, aren't you supposed to be in Boston?
Well, that's just what I wanted to talk to you about, Howard. You got a minute?
What happened? What are you doing here?
Well,
You didn't crack up again, did
Oh,
you?
no.
Jeez.
I
You had me worried there for a minute. What's the trouble?
I tell you, Howard, I've come to the decision I'd rather not travel anymore.
Not travel. What'll you do?
Well, remember when we had the party here Christmas time, you told me you'd look for a place for me here in town.
With us?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. I remember, Willie. Well, couldn't think of anything for you.
Well, I tell you, Howard, I don't need a lot right now. The kids are grown up. I tell you, if I had $65 a week, I think I could swing it.
Yeah, but
And just
Willie,
between you and us, I'm just a little tired.
Oh, I could understand that, Willie. But you're a roadman, Willie, and we do a road business. We've only got half a dozen salesmen on the floor here.
Well, I tell you what, Howard, God knows I never asked a favor of any man, but I was with the firm when your father used to carry you in here in his arms.
I know that, Willie.
On the day you were born, your father came to me and asked me what I thought of the name Howard. May he rest in peace.
I appreciate that, Willie. If I had a spot, I'd slam you right in, but I just don't have a single solitary spot.
All I need to set my table is $50. $50 a week, Howard.
Where am I going to put you, kid?
Well, it's not a question of whether I can sell merchandise, is it?
No, but it's a business, kid, and everybody's got to pull his own weight.
Well, let me-
Because you got to admit,
Let me
business
tell
is
you a
business.
story. Business is definitely business. Just listen. You don't understand. When I was a boy, 18, 19, I was already on the road, and there was a question in my mind as to whether selling had a future for me, because in those days, I had a yearning to go to Alaska. You see, there were 3 gold strikes in 1 month in Alaska, and I felt like going out, just for the ride, you might say.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah. My father lived many years in Alaska. He was an adventurous man. We got quite a little streak of self-reliance in our family. I thought I'd go out with my older brother and try to locate him, maybe settle in the north with the old man. And I was almost deciding to do it. When I met a salesman in the Parker house, his name was Dave Singelman. He was 84 years old and he drove merchandise in 31 states. And old Dave, he'd go up to his room, you understand, and put on his green velvet slippers. I'll never forget. And without leaving his room at the age of 84, he picked up his phone and called the buyers, 17, 20 cities. And he made his living. And when I saw that, I realized selling was the greatest career a man could ever want. Because where else could a man go into an apartment, pick up his phone, and be remembered and loved and helped by so many different people? You know, when he died, and by the way, he died the death of a salesman, in his green velvet slippers and the smoker of the New York, New Hampton, New Haven, going into Boston. When he died, hundreds of salesmen and buyers were at his funeral. Things were sad on a lot of trains for months after that. You see how in those days, there was friendship, there was personality. You see what I mean? Today it's all cut and dried. There's no comradeship, respect, gratitude. There's no room for friendship or personality there. They don't know me anymore.
See, that's just the thing, Willie.
Howard, if I had $40 a week, just $40 a week, Howard.
Kid, I can't take blood from a stone.
Howard, the year Al Smith was nominated, your father came to me and he put his hand on my shoulder.
Willie, I've got to see some people.
I'm talking about your father. There were promises made across his desk. You mustn't tell me you've got people to see. I put 34 years into this farm, Howard, and now I can't pay my health insurance. A man is not a piece of fruit. You can't eat the orange and throw the peel away. Now listen to me. Pay attention. In 1928, I had a big year. I averaged $170 a week in commissions.
No, Willie, you never.
I averaged $170 a week in the year of 1928. And your father came to me, rather, it was in this room, right here. He came to me and he put his hand on my shoulder.
Willie, I got to see some people. Pull yourself together.
Pull myself together. What did I say? Oh my God, I was yelling at him. Frank, don't you remember? When you called me long distance after I opened those 3 new Portland accounts. I came back, you put your hand on my shoulder, remember? Howard! Turn it off! Turn it off! Just turn it off!
Look, Willie.
I'll get some coffee. I need to get some coffee.
Willie, look.
I'll go to Boston.
Willie, you can't go to Boston for us.
Why can't I go?
I don't want you to represent us. I've been meaning to tell you for a long time now.
Howard, are you firing me?
I think you need a good long rest, kid. And then come back when you feel better, and we'll see if we can work something out.
But Howard, I need to make money, Howard.
Where are your sons?
Well,
Why don't your sons give you a hand?
They're working on a very big deal.
There's no time for false pride, Willie. You go to your sons and you tell them you're tired. You've got 2 great boys, haven't you?
Beyond question, but I'm not a cripple. I can't throw myself on my sons. I'll go to Boston.
No.
Oh, Howard, you gotta let me go to Boston!
Look, Willie, I've got a line of people to see me this morning. take 5 minutes and pull yourself together and then go home, will ya? I need the office, okay? Oh yeah, whenever you can this week, stop by and drop off the samples. You'll feel better, Willie, and then come back and we'll talk. Just pull yourself together, kid. There's people outside.
Ben. Oh, Ben. What's the answer? How did you do it? Did you wind up the Alaska trip so quickly?
Doesn't take much time if you know what you're doing. Just a short business trip. Morning ship in an hour. Wanted to say goodbye.
No, Ben, I need to talk to you.
Haven't the time, William.
Ben, nothing's working out. I don't know what to do.
Now look here, William. I bought timberland in Alaska. And I need a man to look after things for me.
Timberland. Me and my boys in those grand outdoors.
You've a new continent at your doorstep, William. Get out of these cities. They're full of talk and dime payments and courts of law. Screw on your fists and you can fight for a fortune up there.
Yes, Linda.
I haven't much time.
No, wait.
Oh, you're back.
He's got a proposition for me in Alaska.
But he's got a beautiful job here. Willie, you've got a beautiful...
But in Alaska, Ken, I could...
You're doing well enough.
Enough for what, my dear?
Don't talk those things to him. Enough to be happy right here and right now. Why does everybody have to conquer the world? You're well liked and the boys love you. And why someday, just the other day, old Bad Wagner told him that if he keeps it up, he'll be a member of the firm.
Well, that's right, Ben. That's right. I am building something with this firm, and when a man is building something, he must be on the right track, mustn't he?
What are you building? Lay your hand on it. Where is it?
Well, he's right, Linda. There's nothing.
Why? There's a man 84 years old.
That's right. Ben, when I look at that man, I have nothing to worry about.
Ah.
No, he goes into his apartment and picks up his phone and makes his living.
I've got to go.
Why? Am I wrong? Well, look at this boy! Without a penny to his name, 3 great universities are begging for him. And from there, the sky's the limit. Because it's not what you do, Ben. It's who you know. And the smile on your face, it's contacts, Ben. Contacts! The whole wealth of Alaska passes over the lunch table at the Commodore Hotel. And that's the wonder of this country, Ben. That a man can come out with diamonds here on the basis of being liked. And that's why when you go out there, boy, today you've got to pay attention. Because thousands of people will be rooting for you and loving you. And then, when he walks into a business office, his name will ring out like a bell. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen 1,000 times, Ben. The doors will open wide to him. It's not like timber. You can't hold it in your hand, Ben, but it's there. It's there.
Goodbye, William.
Well, am I not right? I value your advice.
William, you've a new continent up there. You could walk out rich.
We're gonna do it here, Ben. You hear me? We'll do it here. Woo!
Oh, gee, I was afraid you left already.
What time is it?
It's 1:30.
Oh, come on, Huddersfield, next stop, everybody.
Did you pack fresh underwear?
I got everything. I want to go. Hey, Biff, I'm carrying your helmet, ain't I? No, I'm carrying the helmet. Oh, Biff, you promised me. I'm carrying the helmet. How am I going to get in the locker room?
Let him carry the shoulder guard.
No, can I, Biff? Because I told everyone I'm going to be in the locker room. In Evansfield, it's the clubhouse. I meant the clubhouse, Biff. Let him carry the shoulder guards.
All right, everybody, wave when this comes out on the field. You ready, boy?
Ready to go, Pop. Every muscle's ready.
You know what this means, don't you?
That's right, Pop.
This afternoon, you're going to come home captain of the All-Scholastic Championship team of the city of New York.
I got it, Pop. Remember, when I take off my helmet, that touchdown is for you.
All right, let's go. I got no room for you, Charlie.
Room? For what?
In the car.
Did you wait for the ride? I wanted to shoot some casino.
Casino? Don't you know what today is?
Oh, he knows, Willie. He's just kidding you.
Oh, that's nothing to kid about.
No, Linda, what's going on?
He's playing in Evansfield.
Baseball? In this weather?
Oh, that's not funny. Come on, let's go.
Did you hear the news?
What news?
Don't you listen to the radio?
What?
Ebbets Field.
Oh,
Just blew up.
You go to hell! Go to hell!
Knock that Hummer, Biff!
Hey! That's not very funny. Today's the best day of his life. They're gonna be comparing him to Red Grange. $25,000 a year!
Is that so?
That's so!
Well then, Willie, tell me something.
What?
Who is the Red Grange?
Ah! Put up your hands, God damn you! Put up your hands! Don't you walk away from me! I know you talk about me behind my back. You think you know everything? You big, ignorant, stupid. You don't know everything. You walk away from me. Talk to my face. Talk to my face. Oh, after this game today, you'll be talking out of the other side of your face. Touchdown, 80,000 people. Touchdown, right between the goalposts. Touchdown!
Oh, Bernard.
It's
Mr. Gold, just got off the elevator.
Who's he arguing with?
Nobody. There's nobody with him. I can't deal with him anymore. And every time he comes, your father gets all upset. I have a lot of typing to do, and your father's waiting to sign it. Will you see him?
Jenny! Jenny! How you doing? You working or you still honest?
Fine. Fine, Mr. Loman.
Bernard. Well, look who's here.
How are you? It's good to see you.
How are you? What are you doing here?
Oh, just stop by to see Pop, get off my feet to my training. So going to Washington in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, is he in?
Oh, yeah, he's in the office with the accountant. Sit down.
Oh, all right. What are you going to do in Washington here?
Oh.
You going to play some tennis? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm staying with a friend who's got a court.
Oh, wow. Their own tennis court, you don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very nice people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They
Dad
must
tells me
be.
Biff's in town.
Oh yeah, Biff's in town. He's working on a very big deal. Yeah.
Okay, well, what's Biff doing?
Well, Bill Oliver, a big sporting goods man. He called him in from the West. He was on the West, but he's established himself here. Oliver called him in and sent him long distance, carte blanche, special delivery. Did I hear your wife had a boy?
That's right. Our second.
Oh, 2 boys. Well, what do you know?
Tell me, Willie, what kind of deal has Biff got?
Oh, it's very big. He's gonna bring in all kinds of money. It's looking really good for him. Bernard.
What is it, Willie?
What's the secret?
What secret?
Well, why did you? I mean, why didn't Biff?
I wouldn't know that, Willie.
Well, you're his boyhood friend. You know what? Ever since that Ebbets Field game, he just never made a mark.
Yeah, Willie never trained himself for anything.
Oh, but he did. He did. He took all kinds of correspondence courses, radio mechanics, television, but he never made a mark.
Willie, do you want to talk candidly for once?
Well, Bernard, I regard you as a very brilliant man. I value your advice.
The hell with the advice, Willie. I couldn't advise you. You see, there's just one thing I've always wanted to ask you, and he was supposed to graduate, and the math teacher flunked him.
Oh, that son of a bitch! He ruined his life.
All he had to do was go to summer school and make up that subject.
I know.
Well, did you tell him not to go to summer school?
Me? I ordered him to go.
Willie, why wouldn't he go?
Why? Why, Bernard? That question's been trailing me like a ghost for the last 15 years. He fell that course and then he lay down and died just like a hammer hit him.
Take it easy, kid. Come on.
Well, Bernard, but sometimes I think maybe I gotta talk to you. I got nobody else to talk to. Maybe I had something to do with it. Maybe I did something, but I got nothing to give him.
Don't take it so hard.
Well, You were his boyhood friend. Tell me, what's the story there? What happened?
Willie, I remember it was June and our grades came out and he flunked math.
That's son of a bitch.
Viv was ready to enroll in summer school.
He was?
He wasn't being by it at all. But then Willie, he disappeared from Boston almost a month, and I got the idea that maybe. Did he go up to New England to see you?
Yeah, he came to Boston. What about it?
Well, just then when he got back. You see, I'll never forget this. It always mystifies me. You know, I've always thought so well of Viv, even though he'd always taken advantage of me. I loved him, Willie, you know that. And after that month, he came back, he took his sneakers. You remember those sneakers with the University of Virginia?
Oh, yeah.
He was so proud of those, he wore them every day. When he got back, he took his sneakers and he walked down the cellar and burned them up in the furnace. Oh. We had a fist fight. It lasted at least half an hour, just the two of us punching each other down the cellar and crying right through. See, I've often thought of how strange it was that I knew right then that he'd given up his life. What happened in Boston, Willie? I just bring it up because you asked me.
What do you mean, what happened? What's that got to do with anything? Well, a boy lays down and all of a sudden it's my fault?
Don't
What
get
do you mean,
so-
what happened? Wait, don't talk to me in that tone of voice.
Hey, you're gonna miss that train.
Yeah, I'm going. Thank you very much. Goodbye, Willie. Don't worry about it. You know, if at first you don't succeed,
Yeah, I believe in that.
sometimes, Willie, it's better for a man just to walk away.
Walk away.
That's right.
What if you can't walk away?
I guess that's when it's tough. Goodbye, Willie.
Goodbye, boy.
Do you like this kid? He's gonna argue a case in front of the Supreme Court.
Pop?
No, the Supreme Court?
I gotta run. Bye.
Knock him dead, Bernard.
The Supreme Court? Well, he didn't even mention it.
You don't have to. He's gonna do it.
You never taught him anything, did you? You never took any kind of an interest in him, did you?
My salvation is I never took any interest in anything. Here's some money. $50. I got an accountant inside.
Charlie, I got my insurance, $110. I draw from my bank, but listen,
Sit down, Willie.
I'm keeping
Willie.
account of everything. I want you to know
Listen
every
to me,
penny.
Willie.
I'll pay it back. I really
What are you
appreciate
doing?
it.
What the hell is going on in your head?
I'm simply just.
I offered you a job. You don't have to go on the road, and you make $50 a week.
I got a job.
Without pay. What kind of job is a job without pay? Now look, kid. Enough is enough. I'm not a genius, but I know when I'm being insulted.
Insulted.
Why don't you want to work for me?
I got a good job.
Then what are you walking in here every week for?
Well, if you don't want me walking in, then I
offered you a job.
I don't want your goddamn job.
Will you God grow up?
You say that to me again, I'll belt you one. I don't care how mean you are, you big ignoramus.
How much did you need, Willie?
I'm strapped, Charlie. I'm strapped. I don't know what to do. I was fired today.
Howard fired you?
That's not no. I named him. I named him Howard.
Willie, when are you going to realize it? You named him Howard, but you can't sell that. The only thing you have in this life is what you can sell, and you're a salesman, and the funny thing is you don't know that.
I just always thought about it differently. I thought if a man was well liked and respected.
Why must everybody like you? Who liked J.P. Morgan? Was he impressive? In a turkey's bath, he looked like a butcher. Now look, kid, listen to me. I know you don't like me, and nobody can say I'm in love with you. But I will give you a job. Just because, for the hell of it. Now what did you say?
I can't work for you, Charlie.
Are you jealous of me?
I can't work for you. Don't ask me why.
You've been jealous of me your whole damn life. Damn fool. Here, pay your insurance.
Keeping strict accounts.
I got some things to do. Take care of yourself. And pay your insurance.
Charlie, it's funny, all the trains and the appointments and the highways and the years. You end up worth more dead than alive.
Really, nobody's worth nothing dead. You hear what I said to you? Willie?
I apologize to Renee for me when you see him. I didn't mean to argue with him. He's a fine boy. They're all fine boys. They'll all be big someday. They'll all play tennis together someday. I wish me luck, Charlie. He saw Bill Oliver today.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah. Charlie, you're the only friend I got. Isn't that a remarkable thing?
Jesus.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Loman. I can handle it myself.
Oh, this is better.
Sure, in the front there, you're in the middle of all kinds of noise. Whenever you got a party, Mr. Loman, you just tell me and I'll put you back here. You know, there's a lot of people, they don't like it private, because when they go out, they like to see a lot of action around them. Because they're sick and tired to stay in the house by themselves. But I know you. You ain't from Hackensack, you know what I mean?
So how's it coming, Stanley?
That's a dog's life. I only wish during the war they could have took me in the army. I could have been dead by now.
My brother's back, you know.
Oh, we come back, huh? From the far west.
Yeah, big cattleman, my brother. So treat him right. And my father's coming too.
Your father, too?
You get a couple of nice lobsters?
100% big.
I want him with the claws.
Don't worry. I don't give you no mice. How about some wine? It'll put a head on the meal.
No. You remember, Stanley, that recipe I brought you back from overseas? The one with the champagne in it.
Oh, yeah, I got it tacked up yet in the kitchen. But that'll have to cost $1 a piece anyways.
That's all right?
What, did you hit a number or something?
No, it's a little celebration. I think my brother pulled off a big deal today. I think we're going into business together.
Great! That's the best for you because a family business, you know what I mean? That's the best.
That's what I think.
Because what's the difference if somebody steals? It's in the family. You know what I mean?
Shh.
What?
You notice I wasn't looking right or left, was I?
No?
And my eyes are closed?
So what's the...
Strudel's coming.
No, there's no, Jeez, how'd you know?
Got a radar or something. Woo! Stanley!
I think that's for you, Mr. Loman.
Look at that mouth! Oh, God, and the binoculars.
Jeez, you got a life, Mr. Loman.
Wait on it!
Oh. Would you like a menu, ma'am?
I'm expecting someone, but I...
Why don't you bring her a... Excuse me, miss. Do you mind? I sell champagne, and I'd like you to try my brand. Bring her a champagne, Stanley.
That's awfully nice of you.
Don't mention it. It's all company money. Oops.
Well, that's a charming product to be selling, isn't it?
Oh, it gets to be like everything else. Selling is selling, you know.
I suppose.
You don't happen to sell, do you?
No, I don't sell.
Would you object to a compliment from a stranger? You ought to be on a magazine cover.
I have been.
What'd I say before, Stanley? You see? She's a cover girl.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure.
Thank you.
You know what they say in France, don't you? Champagne is the drink of the complexion. Oh, hiya, Biff!
Hello, kid. Sorry I'm late.
I just got here. Miss
Forsythe.
Miss Forsythe. This is my brother.
Is Dad here?
His name is Biff. You might have heard of him. Great football player.
Really? What team?
Are you familiar with football?
No, I'm afraid not.
Biff is quarterback for the New York Giants.
Well, nice, isn't it?
Good health?
I'm happy to meet you.
That's my name, Hap. It's really Harold, but at West Point, they called me Happy.
Oh, I see. How do you do?
Isn't Dad coming?
You want her?
Oh, I can never make that.
I remember when that idea would never come into your head. Where's the old confidence, Biff?
I just saw Oliver.
Wait! I gotta see the old confidence again. Do you want her? She's on call.
Oh, no.
Watch this. Honey, are you busy?
Well, I am, but I could make a phone call.
Do that, will you, honey? And see if you can bring a friend. We're gonna be here for quite a while. Biff is one of the greatest football players in the country.
Well, I'm certainly happy to meet you.
Come back soon.
I'll try.
Don't try, honey. Try hard. Isn't that a shame? A beautiful girl like that? See, that's why I can't get married. There's not a good woman in 1,000.
Look.
I told you, she's on call.
Cut it out, will you? I want to say something to you.
Oh, did you see Oliver?
Yeah, I saw him, all right. Now look, I want to tell Dad a couple of things and I want you to help me.
What, is he gonna back you?
Are you crazy? You're out of your goddamn head, you know that?
Why, what happened?
I did a terrible thing today, Hap. It's been the strangest day I ever went through. I'm all numb, I swear.
You mean he wouldn't see you?
Well, I waited 6 hours for him, see? All day, kept saying my name.
He remembered you, didn't he?
Finally, about 5 o'clock, he comes out. Didn't remember who I was or anything. I felt like such an idiot, Hap.
Oh, did you tell him my Florida idea?
He walked away. I saw him for 1 minute. How the hell did I ever get the idea I was a salesman there? I even believe myself I've been a salesman for him. Then he gave me one look and I realized he'd been talking in a dream for 15 years. I was a shipping clerk.
What do you do?
Well, he left, see? And the secretary went out. I was all alone in the waiting room. I felt so mad I could have torn the walls down. I don't know, it came over me, you know, next thing you know I'm in his office. Panel walls, everything. I can't explain it, Hap, I took his fountain pen.
Jeez. Did he catch you?
Then I ran out. I ran down all 11 flights. I ran and I ran.
That was awful dumb. What'd you do that for?
I don't know. I just wanted to take something. I don't know. You gotta help me, Hap. I'm gonna tell Pop.
You crazy? What for?
Hap, he's gotta understand that I'm not the man somebody lends that kind of money to. He thinks I've been spying him all these years and it's eating him up.
Well, that's just it. You tell him something nice.
I can't.
Say you got a lunch date with Oliver tomorrow.
So what do I do tomorrow?
You leave the house tomorrow and you come back at night. You say that Oliver's thinking it over. He thinks it over for a couple of weeks. Gradually it fades away and nobody's the word.
It's gone forever.
Dad is never so happy as when he's looking forward to something. Hello, Scout.
Gee, I haven't been here in years.
Oh, sit down, Pop. You want a drink?
Sure, I don't mind.
Yeah, let's get a load on.
You look worried.
No. Scotch all around. Make it doubles.
Doubles? Right. You already had a couple, didn't you?
Just a couple, yeah.
Well, tell me what happened. Everything go all right, boy?
Pal?
Yeah.
I had an experience today.
Terrific, Pop.
Oh, that's great to hear.
I'm going to tell you everything from first to last.
Yeah?
It's been a strange day. I had to wait quite a while for him and...
Oliver?
Yeah, Oliver. All day as a matter of cold fact. And a lot of instances, facts, Pop, facts about my life came back to me. Who was it, Pop? Whoever said I was a salesman with Oliver?
Well, you were.
No, Dad, I was a shipping clerk.
But you were practically...
Dad, I don't know who said it first, but I was never a salesman for Bill Oliver.
What are you talking about?
Let's all into the facts tonight, Pop. We're not going to get anywhere bulling around. Now, I was a
Now,
shipping
listen
clerk.
to
No,
me.
why don't you let me finish?
I'm not interested in any stories of the past or any crap of that kind. Because the woods are burning, boys. There's a big blaze going on all around. You understand me? I was fired today.
How could you be?
I was fired, and I'm looking for a little good news to tell your mother because the woman has suffered and the woman has waited. So, the gist of it is I don't have a good story left in my head. Don't lecture me about facts and aspects. I'm not interested. What do you got to tell me? Did you see Oliver today?
Jesus, Dad.
What, you didn't go up there?
Sure, he went up
I
there.
did. I saw him. How could they fire you?
Well, what kind of a welcome
He won't
did he
even let
give
you work on commission?
I'm out. So tell me, did he give you a warm welcome?
Sure, Pop, sure.
Well, it was kind of,
Well, I was wondering if he was going to remember you. Imagine a man doesn't see him 10 or 12 years, gives him that kind of a welcome.
Yeah, right.
You know why he remembers you, right? Because you made an impression in those days.
Let's just talk quietly and get this down to the facts, huh?
All right, well, did he talk to you in the waiting room, or did he take you into his office?
Well, he
I bet
came
you
in,
threw
see,
his
and,
arm around you.
Yeah, he kind of,
He's a very fine man. Very hard man to see.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Is that where you had the drinks?
yeah, we had a couple. No.
He told him my Florida idea.
Oh, don't interrupt. What do you
Now, will
think
you
of the
give me a
Florida
minute to
idea?
explain?
I've been waiting for you to explain since I sat down here. Well, what did he say?
Well, he took me into his office and
yeah.
I talked.
Yeah?
And he listened.
Oh,
See?
he's a very fine man for listening. He's a good listener. What was his answer?
His answer was, Dad, you're not letting me tell you what I want to tell you.
You didn't see him, did you?
I did see him.
Oh, you insulted him then, didn't you? Did you
Will you
insult
let
him?
me out of it? Will you just let me out of it?
Hey, what the hell?
I can't talk to him.
Tell me what happened!
Mrs. Loman! Tell him the truth.
Shut up and leave me alone.
Oh, yeah, if you hadn't flunked.
What? What are you talking about?
Math.
Mrs. Loman!
Math.
Take it easy, Pop. Now look, I'm going to tell you what happened. You're going to listen to me. I waited 6 hours for him.
What the hell you saying?
All day kept saying my name, but he wouldn't see me. So finally he comes in and...
They flunked math!
What?
No,
No, Burma flunked and no one graduated.
but they have to. He's got to go to university. Where is he? Biff!
No, they left. He went to Grand Central.
Grand,
What?
you mean he went to Boston?
Is Uncle Willie in Boston?
Oh, maybe Willie can talk to the teacher. Poor boy.
Oh!
So I'm washed up with Oliver now, you understand? Are you listening to me?
If you hadn't flunked,
Funked what? What are you talking about?
don't blame me. I didn't flunk math. You did. What pen?
That was awful dumb, Biff. A pen like that is
You
worth...
took Oliver's pen?
Dad, just explain it to
You stole Bill Oliver's
I
fountain
didn't exactly
pen?
steal it. That's just what I've been explaining to
He
you.
had it in his hand just then Oliver walked in, so he got nervous and stuck it in his pocket.
My God,
I
Biff!
never intended to do it, Dad.
I'm not in the room!
Dad, what's the matter?
I'm not in the room! Stop it!
I'll make good. Sit down now.
Oh, you're no good. You're no good for anybody.
Hey,
You're
talk
no
to me.
good. No!
Listen,
No!
Oliver talked to his partner about the Florida idea. You listening? He talked to his partner and he came to me. I'm gonna be alright. You hear that? Listen to me. He said it was just a question of the amount.
Then, you got it?
He's gonna be terrific, Pop.
You got it? You got it!
No, look, Pop. I'm supposed to have most of them tomorrow. I'm just telling you this so you know I can still make an impression, Pop. And I'll make good somewhere. But I can't go tomorrow, see?
No, you simply,
But the pen, Pop.
Well, you give it back to him and you tell him it was an oversight.
Sure, have lunch
I
tomorrow.
can't say that.
Yeah, you were doing a crossword puzzle and you accidentally took his
Listen, kid,
pen.
I took those balls years ago. Now I walk in with his fountain pen? That clinches it, don't you see? I can't face him like that. I'll try elsewhere.
Aging Mr. Loman.
You don't want to be anything, do you?
Pop, how can I go back?
That's what's behind it. You don't want to be anything.
Don't take it that way. You think it was easy to walk into that office after what I'd done to him? A team of horses couldn't drag me back to Bill Oliver.
Then why did you go?
Why did I go? Why did I go? Look at you. Look at what's become of you.
Biff, you're going to go to that lunch tomorrow.
I can't go. I've got no appointment.
Biff, for heaven's sake.
Are you spiting me?
Don't take it that way,
You're
goddammit.
spiting me, you lost! You're spiting me!
I'm no good. Can't you see what I am?
You were in a restaurant. Now cut it out, both of you. Well, hello, girls. Sit down.
I guess we might as well. This is Letta.
Willie, are you going to wake up?
How are you, miss? What do you drink?
Letta might not be able to stay long.
Aw.
I gotta get up very early tomorrow. I got jury duty. I'm so excited. Were you fellas ever on a jury?
No, but I've been in front of them. This is my father.
Sit down with us, Pop.
Sit him down, Biff.
Come on, Slugger. Drink us something at the table. To hell with it. Come on. Sit down, pal.
Willie, are you going to answer the door?
Hey, where you going?
The door.
The door?
The washroom.
Just go straight down.
Willie,
I think it's wonderful you bring your daddy along.
Oh, he isn't really your father.
Miss Forsythe, you've just seen a prince walk by. A fine, troubled prince. A hard-working, unappreciated prince. A pal, you understand? A good companion, always for his boys.
That is so sweet.
Well, girls, what's the program? We're wasting time. Come on, Biff, gather around. Where would you like to go?
Why don't you do something for him?
Me?
Don't you give a damn for him, Hap?
What are you talking
No, I
about?
said
I'm the
it.
one
You don't give a good goddamn about him. Look what I found in the cellar, for Christ's sake. How can you bear to let it go on?
Me? Who goes away? Who runs off
Yeah,
and
but
plays
he doesn't
cowboy?
mean anything to you. You could help him. I can't. Don't you understand what I'm talking about? He's going to kill himself. Don't you know that?
Oh, don't I know it, me?
Hap, help him. Jesus, help him. Help me. Help me. I can't bear to look at his face.
Where are you going?
What's he so mad about?
Come on, girls. We'll catch up with him.
Say, I don't like that temper of his.
Oh, he's just a little overstrung. He'll be all right.
Don't you want to tell your father?
No, that's not my father. He's just a guy. Come on, we'll catch up with Biff, and honey, we're gonna paint this town. Hey, Stanley, where's the check? Stanley!
Mr. Loman! Mr. Loman!
Stop laughing! Stop laughing!
Oh, aren't you gonna answer the door? And wake up the whole hotel.
I'm not expecting anybody.
Oh. Why don't you have yourself another drink, honey? And stop being so damn self-centered.
I'm so lonely.
Oh, you ruined me, Willie, you know? Oh, God, you ruined me. From now on, whenever you come to the office, I'll see you go right through to the buyers. Oh, you ruined me.
That's nice of you to say that.
Oh, God. Gee, you are self-centered. Why are you so sad? You are the saddest self-centered soul I ever did see, Sal. Come on inside, drummer boy. Silly be dressing in the middle of the night. Oh, aren't you going to answer that door?
You're knocking at the wrong door.
And tell him to go away. It's getting on my nerves, Willie. There's someone standing
There's
out there.
nobody
It's
there.
getting on my nerves.
All right, listen. Go into the bathroom and stay in there. I think there's laws about it in Massachusetts, so don't come out. Maybe it was the desk clerk. He looked awfully mean. So don't come out. It was a mistake. Biff!
Why don't you answer?
What are you
Why don't you
doing in
answer? Been asking
Boston?
for 5 minutes. I called you on the
I
phone.
was in the bathroom and the door was closed. I didn't hear you. Anything happening at home?
Dad, I let you down.
Oh, Biffo. Come on, downstairs. We'll talk about it. I'll buy you a malt.
Dad, I fucked Matt.
Not for the term.
The term. I haven't got enough credits to graduate.
Bernard wouldn't give you the answers?
He did. He tried, Pop, but I only got a 61.
They wouldn't give you 4 points?
Birnbaum refused absolutely. I begged him, Pop, but he wouldn't give me those points. You gotta talk to him before they close the school, because if he saw the kind of man you are and you just talked to me in your way, I'm sure he'd come through for me. See, the class came right before practice. I didn't know enough. Would you talk to him? He like you, Pop. You know the way you could talk.
All right, you're on. We'll drive right back.
Oh, Dad, good work.
All right,
I'm
come
sure
on
he
down
changed
and
it
tell
for
the
you.
desk clerk. We're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
check out.
See the reason he hates me, Pop? One day he was late for class, so I got up on the blackboard and imitated him. I crossed my eyes and I talked with a lip.
All right. What'd you do?
The square root is 63 is in the middle when he walked in.
The kids loved it, huh?
And then he finally left.
All right. Come on, let's go
Somebody
back
in
down.
there?
No, that's in the next room.
Oh, somebody got in your bathroom?
No, they're having a party.
Can I come in? There's something in the bathtub, Willie, and it's moving.
You better go back to your room. They must be finished painting. Now go back.
But I gotta get
Go
dressed.
back.
I can't.
Go back. Oh, this is Mrs. Simmons. She's a buyer. Go back. They're finished with your room right now. Go
With my
back.
clothes, I can't go out in the hall naked.
Just go back. Get in the bathroom.
You,
Change your
we
clothes.
You promised me stockings when
I got no stockings
you
here.
had 2 boxes of size 9 shears for me, and I want them.
All right. Here.
You certainly have your nerve.
Now get out of here.
I just hope there's nobody in the hallway. That's all I hope. Are you football or baseball?
Football.
Yeah, that's me too. Good night.
Good night, Miss Francis. All right, let's get going. I want to get to school first thing in the morning. I want you to get my suits out of the closet, and I'll get my valise. What's the matter? She's a buyer. She buys for J.H. Simmons. You don't think that they're painting her room? And if she lives down the hall, she sees merchandise in her room. They have to keep it just so. Beth, now what are you crying? Come on, now get my suits. I gave you an order. Stop your crying, Beth. Is that what you do when I give you an order? Oh, Beth, listen. When you grow up, you'll understand a thing like this. You mustn't overemphasize a thing like this. I'll see Verbos first thing in the morning.
Never mind.
What do you mean, never mind? He's got to give you those points.
He wouldn't listen to you.
Oh, he will listen to me. You need those points for the U of Virginia.
I'm not going there.
What do you mean? Hey, listen. If I can't get him to raise a grade, Dad, I'll go to summer school. You can make it up in summer school.
Dad.
Oh, Beth. Oh, Beth. I was lonely. She doesn't mean anything to me.
You gave him all the stockings.
I gave you an order.
Don't touch me, you liar.
You apologize for that.
You fake. You funny little fake. You fake.
Hey, come back here. Come back and I'll beat you. Come back here and I'll whip you. If I give you an order. I gave you an order.
Hey, let's pick it up.
Huh?
Pick it up, Mr. Loman.
What?
Your boys left. They said they'll see you home.
Oh, we were supposed to have dinner together.
Can you make it?
Sure. I can make it. Look. Yeah.
You look all right.
Here.
Oh no, your son paid me already.
No, you're a good boy. Keep it. Here's.
No, you don't
here's
have
some more.
to. No.
I don't need it anymore. Is there a seed store in the neighborhood?
Seeds?
Yeah.
You mean like to plant?
Carrots, peas.
Well, there's hardware stores on 6th Avenue, but it may be too late now.
Oh. Well, I better hurry. I gotta get some seeds. I gotta get some seeds right away. I don't have a thing in the ground. I don't have a thing in the ground.
What are you looking at?
What are you doing up? Where's Pop? Is he sleeping?
Where were you?
We met 2 girls, Mom. Very fine types. Here, we brought you some flowers. Put them in your bedroom, Mom. What'd you do that for? Mom, I want you to have some flowers.
Don't you care whether he lives or dies?
Come upstairs.
Leave me alone. Nobody's dying around here, pal. I want to see the boss.
Get out of here.
Where
You're
is
not
he?
going near him. You invite him for dinner. He looks forward to it all day, and then you desert him there. There's no stranger you do that to.
Look, when I desert him, I hope I don't outlive the day.
Get out of here.
Now look, Mom, all we
Did you have to go to women tonight? You and your lousy rotten whore.
Mom, all we did was follow Biff around, trying to cheer him up. Boy, what a night you gave me.
Get out of here, both of you, and don't come back. I don't want you tormenting him anymore. Go on now and get your things together. You can sleep in his apartment. Pick up this stuff. Pick it up, you bum you. I'm not your maid anymore. You're a pair of animals. There's not one, there's not another living soul who would have had the cruelty to walk out on that man in a restaurant.
Is that what he said?
He didn't have to say anything. He was so humiliated he nearly limped when he came in.
But Mom, he had a good time with us.
Shut up!
You didn't even go in to see if he was all right.
No, didn't. Didn't do a damn thing. How do you like that, huh? Left him babbling in the toilet.
You louse, you...
Right! Now you hit it right in the nose, Ma. The scum of the earth, and you're looking at him.
Get out of here.
I gotta talk to the boss.
You're not
Ma.
going near
Where
him.
is he?
Get out of this
No, we're
house.
having a broke conversation. Him and
You
me.
are not talking to him. Will you please leave him alone?
Carrots. Quarter inch apart.
What is he doing out there?
Rose. 1 foot.
He's planting the garden.
Now? Oh my God.
Beets. Lettuce. 1 foot. What a proposition. Terrific. Terrific. Because the woman has suffered, man. You hear me? Oh, man. Can't go out the way he came in. A man has got to add up to something. You can't now. Don't answer so quick. You gotta understand, it's a $20,000 proposition. Guaranteed. Ha! Now, I need you to go through the ins and the outs of this thing with me, because I got nobody to talk to. Ben and the woman that suffered. You understand me?
What's the proposition?
$20,000 on the barrelhead, guaranteed guilt edge.
You don't want to make a fool of yourself. They might not honor the policy.
How can they? They don't work my whole life like a coolie to meet every payment on the nose. How can they not pay? Impossible.
It's called a cowardly thing, William.
Why? Does it take more guts to stand here the rest of my life or even up to zero?
That's a point, William. And 20,000, that is something one can feel with the hand. It is there.
That's the whole beauty of it, Ben. I can see it. Shining like a diamond in the dark, hard and rough that I can pick up and touch in my hand, not like an appointment. This wouldn't be another damn fool appointment. And it changes all the aspects, Ben. Because he thinks I'm nothing, see? So he spites me. But that funeral, oh, Ben, that funeral will be massive! They'll come from Maine, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire. All the old timers with the strange license plates. He's gonna be thunderstruck. That boy. Oh, because he doesn't realize I am known. I am known. Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey. Ben! I am known, and he'll see it with his eyes for the first time. He'll realize what I am. Oh, he's in for a shock, that boy.
He'll call you a coward.
No, that would be terrible.
Yes, and a damned fool.
No, I won't have that.
He'll hate you, William.
Oh, Ben. How do we get back to those great days? It used to be so full of life and comradeship. the sledding in the winter, and the ruddiness on his cheeks, and always something good coming up, always something nice coming up ahead. Never even let me carry the valises in the house. And Simonizing that little red car. Oh. Why can't I give him something and not have him hate me?
Let me think about it. I still have a little time. Remarkable proposition. But you've got to be sure you don't make a fool of yourself.
Pop. Huh? Oh, these seeds. I can't see anything in this neighborhood. They boxed in the whole goddamn neighborhood.
I'm saying goodbye to you, Pop. You're not coming back anymore.
Seeing all of them all?
I've got no appointment, Dad.
He put his arm around
Dad,
you. Got
get
no
this now, will
appointment?
you? Every time I left, it's been a fight that sent me out of here. And today I realized something about myself, and I try to explain it to you, and I think I'm just not smart enough to make any sense of it for you. What the hell's fault it is or anything like that? Just wrap it up, huh?
No.
Come on, and tell Mom.
No, I don't want to see her.
Come on, come on.
No, I don't want to see her.
What do you mean you don't want to see
What?
her?
Don't bother me, will you?
You don't want them calling you yellow now, do you? Look, this isn't your fault, it's me. I'm a bum. Now come inside.
Did you plan, dear?
Alright, we had it out. I'm going and I'm not writing anymore.
I think that's the best way, dear, because there's no use drawing it out. You'll just never get along.
People ask where I am and what I'm doing. You don't know and you don't care. That way it'll be off your mind and you can start brightening up again, alright? Well, that clears it, doesn't it? You gonna wish me luck, Scout? What do you say?
Shake his hand, Willie.
There's no need to mention the pen at all, you know?
I've got no appointment, Dad.
He put his arm around
Dad,
you.
you're never gonna see what I am, so what's the use of arguing? Look, if I strike oil, I'll send you a check. Meantime, forget I'm alive.
You see the spite?
Shake hands, Dad.
Not my hand.
I was hoping not to go this way.
Well, this is the way it's going, so goodbye. May you rot in hell if you leave this house.
Exactly what is it that you want from me?
I want you to know that on the trains, in the mountains, in the valleys, wherever you go, you cut down your life for spite.
No! No, it is not spite!
Spite is the word of your undoing. And when you're down and out, remember that. When you're rotting somewhere beside the railroad tracks, remember that, and don't you dare blame it on me.
I'm not blaming it on you.
I won't take the rap for this, you understand?
That's just what I'm telling you.
You're trying to put a knife in me. Don't
All right, you funny. Then let's lay it on the line. Yeah, you crazy? Leave it there. Don't move it.
What is that?
You know goddamn well what that is.
I never saw that.
You saw it. The mice didn't bring it into the cellar. What's it supposed to do? Make a hero out of you? This supposed to make me sorry for you?
I never heard of it.
There'll be no pity for you, hear it? No pity.
Spite, see?
No, you're gonna hear the truth. What you are and what I am.
Stop it.
Yeah, you cut
The
this
man
out.
don't know who we are. The man's gonna know. I mean, we never told the truth for 10 minutes in this house.
We always told the
Oh,
truth.
you big blow. Are you the assistant buyer? You're one of the two assistants to the assistant, aren't you?
Well, I'm practically...
You're practically full of it. We all are, and I'm through with it.
Spite!
Now hear this, Willie. This is me.
I know you.
You know why I had no address for 3 months? I stole a suit in Kansas City and I was in jail. So stop crying, I'm through
Suppose
it.
that's my fault. Huh?
I stole myself at every good job since high school.
And whose fault
And I never
is
got
that?
anywhere because you blew me so full of hot air, and I can never stand taking orders from anybody.
Is that-
That's whose fault it is. It's goddamn time you heard that. Well, I had to come home and be boss big shot in 2 weeks, and I'm through with it.
Then hang yourself! Hang yourself!
Nobody hanging himself, Willie! I ran down 11 flights with a pen in my hand today, and suddenly I stopped. You hear me? And in the middle of that office building, I saw. Do you hear this? I stopped in the middle of that office building, and I saw the sky. You know, I saw the things that I love in this world. You know, the work and the food and the time to sit and smoke. And I looked at the pen, and I said to myself, what the hell am I grabbing this for? Why am I trying to become what I don't want to be? What am I doing in an office making a contemptuous begging fool of myself when all I want is out there? waiting for me the minute I say I know who I am. Now, why can't I say that, Willie?
The world to your life is wide open.
Pop, I'm a dime a dozen and so are you.
I am not a dime a dozen and you are not a dime a dozen. I am Willie Loman and
I'm not a leader of men, Willie, and neither are you. You were never anything but a hard-working drummer who landed in the ash can like all the rest of them. I'm $1 an hour, Willie. I tried 7 states and I couldn't raise it. $1 an hour. Do you gather my meaning? I'm not bringing home any prizes for you anymore, and you're gonna stop waiting for me to bring them home.
Ah, you vengeful, spiteful
Pop, I'm nothing! I'm nothing, Pop! There's no spite in it anymore. I just have what I am, that's all.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Why is he crying?
Will you let me go, for Christ's sake? Will you take that phone and dream and burn it before something happens? I'll go in the morning. Put him to bed.
Isn't that remarkable? Biff. He likes me.
He loves you, Willie.
He always did, Pop.
Oh. Biff. He cried. Cried to me. That boy is going to be magnificent.
Yes, outstanding, with 20,000 behind him.
Now let's go to bed. It's all settled now.
Yes. We'll sleep. Come on. Hal, let's go to sleep.
And it does take a great kind of man to crack the jungle.
I'm getting married, Pop. Don't forget it. I'm changing everything, and I'm gonna run that department before the year's up. You'll see, Mom.
The jungle is dark, but full of diamonds, Willie.
Be good. Go on up.
Night, Pop.
Night.
Come, dear.
One must go in to fetch a diamond out.
I just need to settle down, Linda. Just let me sit here alone for a little.
I want you upstairs.
A few minutes. I couldn't sleep right now. Go on. You look awful tired.
Not like an appointment at all.
Go on.
A diamond is rough and hard to the touch.
Go on. I'll be right up.
I think this is the only way, Willie.
It's the best thing.
Best thing.
Everything's gonna be all. Oh, go on, kid. Get to bed. You look so tired.
Come right up.
2 minutes. Love me. Always love me. Oh, Ben! He'll worship me for it.
It's dark there, but full of diamonds, Willie.
Oh, can you imagine that magnificence with $20,000 in his pocket?
Willie, come up.
I'm coming. I'm coming. It's very smart. You do realize that, don't you? Even Ben sees it. Bye. Imagine when the mail comes. You'll be ahead of an hour again.
A perfect proposition all around.
Oh, the way he cried to me. If only I could kiss him.
Time, William, time.
I always always knew one way or another we were gonna make it, Biff and I.
The boat will be late!
And when do you kick off, boy? Ha ha! I want a 70-yard boot. Get right down the field underneath the ball. And when you hit low and hit hard. Because there's all kinds of important people. And the first thing you know, Ben, Ben!
Will, are you coming up? Willie! Willie, answer me! Willie! No!
Getting dark, Linda.
How about it, Ma? Better get some rest. We'll be closing the gate soon.
He had no right to do that. There was no necessity for it. We would have helped him.
Come along, Mom.
Why didn't anybody come?
It was a very nice funeral.
It's almost night, Ma.
I can't understand it. At this time especially. First time in nearly 35 years we were just about free and clear. He just needed a little salary. He was even finished with the dentist.
No man needs only a little salary.
I can't understand it.
There were a lot of nice days. When you come home from a trip, on Sundays, making the stoop, finishing the cellar, putting on the new porch. When he built the extra bathroom, put up the garage. You know something, Charlie? There's more of him in that front stoop than in all the sales he ever made.
Yeah. He was a heavy man with a bunch of cement.
He was wonderful with his hands.
He had all the wrong dreams. All wrong.
Don't say that.
He never knew who he was.
That's an insult.
Nobody dares blame this man. You don't understand. Willie was a salesman. And for a salesman, there is no rock bottom to the life. You don't put a bolt to a nut. He don't tell you the law or give you medicine. It's a man out there in the blue riding on a smile and shoe shine. When they start to not smile back, boy, that's an earthquake. And you get a couple of spots on your hat and you're finished. Nobody does blame this man. Salesman got the dream, boy. Comes with the territory.
Charlie, the man never knew who he was. Why don't you come with me, Happy?
I'm not with that easily. I'm staying right in this city and I'm gonna beat this racket. The Loman Brothers.
I know who I am, kid.
Alright, boy. I'm gonna show you and everybody else that Willie Loman did not die in vain. He had a good dream. It's the only dream you can have. To come out #1 man. This is where he fought it, and this is where I'm gonna win it for him.
Let's go, Mom.
I'll be with you in a minute. Go on, Charlie. Just a minute. I want to. I never had a chance to say goodbye. Forgive me, dear. I can't cry. I don't understand it. I can't cry. It seems to me that you're just away on another trip. I keep expecting you. Why did you do it, Willie, dear? I search and I search and I search and I can't understand it. I made the last payment on the house today. Today, dear. And there'll be nobody home. We're free and clear. We're free. We're free.